Good morning, this is Thomas from thomasyoungauthor.com, and as I announced yesterday, I will post a video now every morning, and today is July 23rd, 2026, and I'm recording this at 6:45 a.m. A couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, I started publishing some texts, some essays in my essay collection called Deconstructing Pride. And what I'm trying to do is try to, I wouldn't say dismantle, but to smash some cracks into the sort of the pride ideology that surrounds the gay identity. It is an identity I always had trouble adopting because it never quite fit me, even though I'm a homosexual. This is sort of now, it is becoming ever more, uniform and narrow-minded and vulgar and everything. And the point I'm trying to make in my essays is that, what is all that rainbow frenzy? What is all that talk about? Is this sort of standardized talk about what a homosexual is and what being gay is all about? What is it there to conceal? What is it there to hide? And I will do this from a, I wouldn't say theoretical perspective, but also, you see, in my essay, what I'm basically trying to do is expose the kind of sort of juvenile reasoning that's behind a lot of gay culture and and the gay identity, but also how that ideology is constructed. And one of the main pillars of that is that these people want to make you forget that there's a difference between homosexuality as a sexual reality, which many people are, a substantial amount of people are homosexuals, which basically means someone who's almost exclusively attracted to people of the same sex and persistently attracted to people of the same sex. And that sexual reality on the one hand, and the gay identity on the other, because part of what what the rainbow crowd is after is that they want to make people forget that. So they want to make sure that every homosexual person adopts the gay identity. And I'm also there to expose what that rainbow flag and what that identity stands for. And because it is not as innocent as people think. And in my the videos I started to post about my experiences with gangstalking, but also the role gangstalking plays in the gay world, also exposes how criminal that world is. I mean, if you attend a pride parade or even a pride march in a very small town, always remember what you are basically celebrating there, amongst many other things, is organized crime. This is something people often overlook. These are not nice people. I mean, they may be nice on an individual level, but people should be aware of what that world is and what that world stands for. I will also post videos on sort of my the gangstalking experience I had to live through in the past 10 years, and I will tell you something more about that, because I think it is necessary. And more people are speaking out on the gangstalking phenomenon on YouTube and everything, not necessarily from the gay world, no, also from other worlds and from other cities, and young people, not at all crazy people or anything. This is a huge phenomenon, and not a lot of people are talking about it, but it's but it is real, and I think I need to say something also in order to protect myself, because I am not protected. You know, I went to the police here, and I mean, I think they believe me, but you know, what can we do? You know, this is, I mean, in my video, I think earlier this week, I told you about that incident I had at the train station on Monday. That little stunt the gang stalkers pulled, the criminals pulled, you know, to show me that they still have all this power over me, and we will never let you alone. You see, and what that shows is that, you see, these people. I mean, I'm always amazed where these people find it. First of all, why are they doing that to me? I mean, did I do anything to them? I probably bothered them with something, but I didn't steal anything from them. I didn't interfere with anything they did. You know, why is it that these people, why is it that they help me so much, and why do they go to such length and spend so much time following me, you know, wiretapping me, hacking my laptop, my phone, everything? You know, there's a lot of time that goes into this, and these people have a lot of helpers. I mean, people who are not even aware of the fact that they are helping these people, but they must be aware of the fact that what they are doing, you know, which is basically constantly sharing information about me, which is mostly untruthful. You know, a lot of people are constantly busy talking to other people about where I am. You can tell, because, you know, whenever I arrive somewhere, they immediately take out their phone, and then they start, you know, texting, oh, he's here, like this and that. I mean, it is strange. I mean, and if all these things would happen like in isolation, or these were not just incidents, now it is constant. The harassment and the surveillance, you know, I've been put under is constant. But, you know, in a way, I got used to it, and I think, you know, I have to find ways to stay sane, because, you know, up until now I had to do that by using substances to make me forget about these things. But you know, I can no longer do that, because you know, because then I will give these people what they want, and second of all, it's not good for me. But then I have to find other ways to stay sane. And since I cannot trust people anymore, you know, any longer, some experiences I had, you know, I will have to stop making these videos, because otherwise, what else can I do? Maybe some people will hear me and will help me with these things, or with these people, and expose these people, because that's what I'm really after. You know, I don't just want to be left alone. I want these people, you know, to be exposed. And, you know, this morning I was thinking, you know, there are a lot of faces in my head, people I encountered at the sort of gay venues, and who I know have a problem with me. I don't know them very well. I know who they are. You know, some of them are sort of semi-famous people even, and I know they are criminals. So I think they have something to do with this, and I think that little stunt that was pulled on Monday was another, you know, sort of show of their power over me, because these people are obsessed with me. I mean, some people are just obsessed with me. I don't know why, but they are. And because what I also find astonishing, I mean, if I think about how many people participate in this, there must be some people who are at least halfway decent, who must say, I mean, this is not okay. I mean, what's been going on here, the kind of information, the kind of pictures, the kind of videos that are being shared about this person, this is too much. This is not okay. I don't know, I will report it to the police, at least, you know, in an anonymous way or something. No, that just doesn't happen. And I'm also always amazed at how many people claim to know me who either don't know me at all, or I haven't spoken to in, I don't know, many years, because I just don't like you. But they claim to have been my friends and stuff like that. And I mean, and a lot of people must also know that cannot be true. But, you know, yes, as I put yesterday, a lot of people, you know, love to start believing in the own lies they are spreading about me. So, yeah. And another thing I always find amazing, that people have this problem with me, even though they don't know me. Before they know me, they say, oh, he looks down on me. He feels he's something better than us. I mean, why is that? Why do people always say that? People I don't know. Because I also notice when people start to get to know me, you can see it. They say, oh, he's not at all as like people describe him. I'm not saying I'm any better. I don't have any vices, or I'm this perfect person. No, not at all. But you see, and you know, I noticed it because also, you know, I became friendly with you know, some people in the neighborhood I'm living now, and they even tried to get to them, and to some they did get. You know, there are people that are constantly approaching people I know and try to spread sort of rumors about me and try to convince them, and some are, you know, but others are not. You know, and I'm glad, because a lot of some of the people I'm friendly with now, I mean, draw a line with certain people, said what you are doing is not okay. I mean, these people were also often just useful idiots, because, you know, being a gossip queen is the standard in the area where I live. I mean, it amazes me. Even men, I mean, the men are even worse than the women. I mean, they're basically women who pride themselves on the fact that they have large penises. Now this is, I mean, this is the culture here. I mean, this is really fucked up. And the gay culture. I mean, I don't know, so, okay, I'm tired. This was enough for today. Thank you for listening. Bye.